let's understand how you're going to be productive without burning out. Now, sometimes burnout can seem like a badge of honor for some people, where they're like, oh my God, I accomplished so much in the day. My muscles are sore. I am mentally and physically tired. Like, I'm so exhausted that I can't even speak, but I feel good because I worked myself to the point of defeat. Well, technically, that is counterproductive, if anything. That really did not help in any way. The only thing that's going to sustain you in the long run, just imagine this, is that you have long term goals, right? It could be monetarily, it could be career wise, it could be physical, like your appearance and your looks, your skin, your hair, your body. It could be literally anything that you have. Now, if you were to exhaust yourself every single time you were to chase these goals, imagine the toll it's going to take on your health. That is not sustainable, and that's very, very extremely toxic, by the way. So, you need to figure out a way where you can actually sustain yourself while doing the work, while doing the things that are necessary to keep you on track towards achieving the goal that you said you were going to achieve, without it taking a toll mentally, physically, spiritually, any which way on your body. You know what's going to happen is you're going to feel so good. You're going to feel instant gratification in the moment where you're like, oh my God, I achieved so much that I'm so exhausted. I'm so drained, but I feel so good on the inside because I accomplished so much. At least that's what you're asking, and that's what you're tricking your mind into believing. But the thing is, over time, what's going to happen is if you keep doing this every single day, your body is going to retaliate, your mind is going to retaliate, your energy levels are going to fluctuate, your mindset, all of the inner work is going to go down the drain because you've lost enthusiasm, you've lost motivation, you've lost a lot of self-worth and self-respect in the process because you put yourself through so much that your body doesn't trust you anymore. You've lost that trust with yourself where you're like, to be able to do something, I need to put myself through so much all at once every single time. Imagine the level of stress. You know what? Instead of feeling good, your body's going to feel stressed out. So instead of releasing happy hormones or dopamine, oxytocin, something that gives you happy highs, your body is going to release stress hormones. You're going to be so stressed. Your cortisol levels are going to be so high eventually, where you know what? You're going to crash. And don't get me wrong, that could also be very serious in some cases. So you have to be very, very careful where you need to draw the line. The thing here is you're being very ambitious, which is not a bad thing. So, somewhere you're actually being productive. The only thing is, this productivity is not sustainable over a long period of time. Now, for example, if you're in the gym building a dream body, if you're working against, you're working for a dream body basically, and you're following the routine, you're sticking to your diet, you're doing everything. The thing is, somewhere in your mind, you feel like if I was to push myself to break my limits every single day, that means instead of building tolerance over time as it's supposed to be, instead of building strength over time as it's supposed to be, you're trying to do all of that all at once in one day. That is where you're overwhelming your body. That's where you're shocking your body in a way. That is not sustainable. That bit of it is not sustainable. That's actually going to harm you. That's actually going to harm your bones, your muscles. It's going to harm your motivation. You're actually going to you're going to end up injuring yourself. So you have to be very careful when you do something like that, because it not just is it's stupid. I don't know who put that in your head, where if you were to rush things, they're going to turn out better. Or if you were to rush things, if you were to do everything all at once, that's somewhere again your anxiety telling you to do it all at once, because somewhere down the line you want to get it done with in a way where you're like, I need this just done with. So I'm just gonna freaking push myself, do whatever it takes to get it out of the way. But the thing is, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. So either you will quit halfway, you won't be able to finish, you won't be able to get to the end line, or something else might happen, which I don't want to get into because that might be even more serious. Again, there's something known as toxic productivity. You don't have to be on the toxic side of things. You can be on the healthy side of things. Now, your goal is not going anywhere. Your goal is always going to be there. The thing is, you've set these unrealistic deadlines and timelines in your mind, which you need to change. Because we do not wake up with the same energy levels every single day. You're only thinking of the end goal. You're not thinking about the fact that you're a human being. Now, once you bring that into the equation, that you're a human being, that means there's only so much you can get done throughout the day. That means you only have so much energy throughout the day. That means you might have different priorities throughout the day, which is completely fine. That means you're going to be exhausted. That means you're going to be drained sometimes. You're going to fall ill sometimes. Have you taken any of that under consideration, or have you just set deadlines and timelines and targets where you're like, oh, I need to get this done within 6 months, I need to get this done within 8 months, no matter what happens? See, the thing is, you can say that as much as you want, no matter what happens and all of that. The thing is, if you fall ill, you're ill. It is what it is. Okay? If you're not feeling up for it, you're sore, you're exhausted, you're emotionally, mentally drained, it is what it is. You're drained. You won't be able to do anything. And even if you were to approach that task, you will be doing it half heartedly. It won't be complete, it won't be correct. It just won't make sense to do it in that, in that frame of mind, that frame of body that you're in. Now, just to make your life a lot simpler, let me tell you something known as cognitive distribution. Because what's happening here is you're overloading your cognitive abilities, your cognitive functions. You feel like you can do everything all at once, which is great. Hey, you know what? If you can manage to do it sustainably over a long period of time, you're good. But if not, what you're going to do is take content creation, for example. So basically, I'm a content creator, right? So what I do is I do my filming bit of the content on one day. So that means I'm just using one part of my brain on that day. But on that day, I film a lot of content. Okay, so just to prepare batches, just to make sure that I have a lot of backup, just to be prepared for anything. So you know what, that's what my schedule looks like on that day. So my filming day is one day. The second day is my editing day. The second day I sit and edit my content. So now there's a bunch of content that needs to be edited, bunch of thumbnails, bunch of videos for Instagram, for YouTube. It could be literally anything. So my editing bit is for that second day. Okay, and posting, of course, comes hand in hand. It's on a day-to-day basis, so it depends on when my posting schedule comes into picture. But if not, then it's pretty much a chill day. So now what happened here is it's the same strategy of working smarter instead of working harder. Because now that I'm using just one part of my brain, that means I can just operate on that segment throughout the day, get that bit of load done, right? And then I can move on to the next one. Now, for example, if I was to sit, film, edit, troubleshoot, do all of that at once, you know how much memory, you know how much brain power that's taking, you know how much cognitive load that actually is. You may not realize it, where you're like, you know what, it's not a big deal. Over time, it's going to become a big deal. You can't really load onto your cognitive abilities to that extent where your brain is always on overdrive. You won't be able to sleep properly. You won't be able to eat regularly. Like, you won't be able to do things that you need to do on a regular basis to be able to survive. You won't be able to do that properly because your stress receptors again in your brain are overstimulated. You're overstimulating your brain. So to be able to do this effectively without burning out and without overstimulating your brain, this is what you need to do. That means you need to give your cognitive load a break. You need to break it down, spread it across a week, a month, whatever you think works for you. You need to do that so as to ease the process. Now, what you're going to do is you're also going to start time blocking. No, no, it's not for the work you need to get done in order to finish your goal, but it's for you to take a break throughout the day. You're going to time block breaks throughout the day, regularly, religiously, no matter what. You're going to have some space for like white noise, for just doing nothing, for just laying around, for just chilling. Social media, of course, don't go on to social media if you can help yourself. Don't do that because it's really just adding on to the stress receptors in your brain. It's pointless. So basically, you think you're relaxing, but you're really not relaxing. You're stressing your brain out even more. Now, the thing is, just doing nothing and just sitting around and just chilling all by yourself, what that does is it, of course, relaxes you and allows you to rest your eyes and your body and your mind for a bit. But what that also allows for is creative downloads. Now, what happens is when you're sitting idly, and if you work in a creative field like I do, like content creation or something like that, you know what's going to happen? An idea might pop up. because you have no thoughts running around. You're in a very relaxed state, you're in a zen state. So what's going to happen is a lot more ideas are going to flow to you, into you, and that's also going to allow a lot more motivation. You're going to feel a lot more going with the flow, like you're able to jump states very easily. The thing is, this free flowing state is what's going to allow you to create sustainably. So now that you're getting so many downloads and you're getting so many inputs as to what you need to create, maybe something you want to work on, maybe your makeup, maybe your hair, maybe your clothes, maybe your outfit, it could be literally anything. But as soon as you start getting these inputs, of course you're going to make a note of them, because of course we're human beings and we might forget. Now again, what you're going to do is you're going to implement self-care practices throughout the day. Of course you're going to have time for your skincare, for meditation, for journaling, for going to the gym, for working out, for going for a walk, for just sitting down and drinking coffee. If that's what your self care ritual looks like, hey, it is what it is. Okay, suit yourself, do what you think is self care for you. But again, you're going to time block and you're going to have time slots for these self care rituals, because what's going to happen is once you start feeling good on the inside, you're going to automatically pour all of that good stuff on the outside into the thing that you're actually doing, the thing that's at hand. So you know what, that makes you a lot more productive. Now again, you're going to let go of programming. The thing is, our mind has been programmed and conditioned in many ways, where we're like, oh, the pressure to do more is always at the back of our mind, where we're like, maybe we haven't done enough. Who decides what is enough? Where is the law? What, like, where is it written? You know what, you have to do so much throughout the day and then it'll be done. Okay, maybe your mentors and your gurus and god knows who told you that you have to get so much done and then you should feel productive and then you should sit down and then you should be okay with life. Where is it written? If it was a law, it would be written somewhere. It's not written anywhere. So you know what that means? That means you can decide what you think is productive for you. Even if that means just 1 hour of work every single day is productive for you, that's what's going to work for you. Now, again, it depends on the timelines, the deadlines, and whatnot. But the thing here is you have to be kind to yourself. Okay? You have to be nice to yourself. Why are you being a bot? Why are you treating yourself like a bot? You're not a robot. You don't function like one. You're a human being. Act like it. Okay, act like it. Be nice to yourself, be cute to yourself, and be like, you know what, I'm going to decide on how I'm feeling today. And if I'm feeling good, that means I can get a lot of work done. That means I have sustained level of productivity throughout the day. That means I have a sustained level of focus throughout the day to get the work done. But if not, if I have focus just enough for an hour or half an hour, that's all I'm going to do today. That's all you're going to do today. It's as simple as that. Now, again, you're a normal person, so you're going to do normal people things, okay? That means you're not going to get so obsessed and so overly involved in that goal that you forget everything around you. Yeah, that happens to the best of us. That happens to me when I am obsessed with something. I am obsessed, okay? Like, I can't think, I can't stop thinking about it. All I'm doing is thinking about it. All I'm doing while I'm eating, while I'm sleeping, while I'm drinking, while I'm chilling is thinking about it. Thinking what next I should do, what more I should do, what more creative inputs I can add into this. That's what I do. It's fine. It's normal, okay? So it's completely normal to be obsessed. The thing is, again, you have to strike a balance, because even that obsession will drive you mad. It will totally just drive you mad. Well, you need a little bit of obsession to actually succeed, but there's a difference between driving yourself mad and driving yourself insane to the point where that's the only thing you see. Yeah, that's not what you want. You're a normal person. You have a life, you have friends, you have things, you have relationships, you have a dog. Go talk to the dog, go play with the dog. Okay, go hang out with your boyfriend or girlfriend or your friends. Go hang out with your spouse, your partner, whoever it is. Okay, go talk to people. Just be normal. Always have time and space to do all of these normal things. Also, redefining success, because redefining success will actually help you to figure out success is very different to different people. Okay, some people consider success to be very immense, very massive, where they've achieved a big milestone, whereas some people look at success from a day-to-day basis, where they're like, oh, I had 3 things on my to-do list today and I did those 3 things. I'm a very successful person. Some people think their habits are what make them successful in life overall. So if they have good habits in place, that means they're a very successful person in general. Now, again, the point of being successful is if you have the definition of success in your head where you're like, if you work harder, if you work better, if you just keep working till the point of, no return, that's not success. That is just stupid. That is just dead ass stupid. If only hard work got you success, everybody would be successful. Like, you have to think about it like that too. Like, if just working hard was going to bring you a lot of success, bring you a lot of money, or help you accomplish your goals, I mean, are you kidding me? Absolutely not. There are a lot more aspects that go into this. So living a well balanced and fulfilled life is what is really essential at this point. Having said that, we come to the end of this brilliant video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Till then, I'm going to see you guys in my next one. Take care and bye. Money on top of me, money on top of her. Money on top of me, money on top of her. Daddy fuck on me.